Hello, YouTube. Good morning. As you can see, I'm currently at Walmart, and it's almost like being in a weird, those movies, the catastrophic movies with the end of the world. I did a stream the other day trying to give some hints as to when to go to Walmart, but evidently that's all out the window. Um, I I got back from Orlando yesterday, and actually on my way to Orlando, I went by Walmart, before I headed out, and the parking lot was just absolutely packed. And this is actually a different Walmart. And when I got back from originally, I was gonna sleep in my van and stuff, but decided, you know what, I'd like a good night's sleep, so I went ahead and picked up the RV, even though it's nowhere near ready. And I was like, well, I'll just go for a ride and just get away from everybody. So I'm on my way to getting away from everybody. And came to this Walmart here in a different town, and it was absolutely packed. So I didn't get out. And then I waited till this morning, and you can see it's not fully packed, but for 7 a.m., this place is packed. I am going to attempt to go in there and just if they don't stop me from my live stream, we'll try to continue and do the live stream through there just to see what the store looks like. For those of you overseas or whatever, it may be interesting to watch American action during the coronavirus. It's just weird. It's surreal. It's like being in a what is it, Walking Dead or something, This is like the before it happens. But, the fact is, this is life. And, what's going to happen is going to happen. Grocery side. But I didn't want to walk into the side with a whole bunch of people in it. And I think most people get it, and they're trying not to get too close to other people. The key when you're having to navigate a place like this, I think, is try not to get too close to people. It actually seems almost like a normal day, except this is morning. And those of you who have been with me, you know that I know what Walmart looks like in the morning, and it's normally empty. I mean, not empty, but not like this busy. This is actually pretty busy. So people have been coming here, I think, like nonstop. Mostly, I think, on the food side this time. I think people are trying to stockpile food. I guess President Donald Trump went on the air the other day and announced the situation, the emergency and all that. And that's when people started to panic. After the announcement, because the initial figures, I guess he had said, well, it's not a big deal. What turns out is a very big deal. They're expecting that as much as 80% of the population here could get infected because of how people are. This is just how people are. People, come into contact with one another. And if the fatality rate is as high as they're guessing, it could be pretty bad. But, if people stay away from each other, when the flu season goes away, it should go away. Although it'll come back again next flu season. Just like all the other flus. I mean, you still have all the other stuff that was around that was freaking people out before, like, the swine, the chicken, the bird flu, whatever it is. So, I'm currently in the grocery side, which is actually like busy, just to see what it looks like. Well, I'm getting towards the grocery side. I see a lot of store workers, a lot of empty shelves. Mostly, I might go ahead and grab a pack just to have, but at least it's not all gone, but most of the disinfectant type stuff are gone. I'm going to grab some just to have some handy with me. But yeah, I think this is what people are running into is shelves are being emptied. This, obviously, I don't know if you can tell, was probably just put out last night, overnight by Walmart. So you want to kind of hit, they do a lot of the shelf stocking at night, starting at about like 10 p.m. Unless they changed their schedule. I know this because I used to be a shelf stocker at Walmart. But we are definitely on the food side. People are buying food. Let's go see what's going on with the meat department. You can see some of the boxed foods that I had mentioned previously. They have these like yellow tags on them, and that's how you can tell they've been marked down. And if they have 2 of those tags, that's the lowest they're going to go before they get rid of them. But this Walmart right here today, I don't know if it's indicative of all the other Walmarts. It's not the same as it was just 2 days ago when I went, and it was, not this one, but another one. It was like dead. It was like empty. So since the announcement, by the president, I think people are stockpiling food now. So the tip for the meat here, the meat is going out. So you can see it's 7 a.m. He's putting out fresh one. I don't think you're going to get any of the sales here because of, you can see what the meat racks look like right now around here in this store. So it's changed in 2 days. Since my broadcast, here's one of the markdowns. You can see the meat's starting to get a little bit discolored and stuff. That's from exposure to air, but it should still be fine. But if I had a choice, I'd get one of these. But if you really didn't have a choice, that's still fine. It gets discolored when oxygen hits it. But this has only got one markdown. It says the 13th is the last day they can sell it. I'm not sure what today is, probably the 12th or something. So they marked it down. They'll mark it down one more time before they get rid of it. Honestly, if you see something like this and you see the clerk out here, you could potentially ask him if he'll mark it down again, and he might. He might check with the manager, or if their particular manager lets him, he may mark it down again just to get rid of it. But he might wait until he'll say come back at whatever time they do the second markdown. But that's the only one I find in this store. All the others are gone. People are stockpiling at this point. I wish my panels were already installed. They're not. My solar panels aren't. But I think I'm going to buy some resin and some other stuff. I have to try to go to Home Depot to pick up some brackets. Even though I'm not fully set, I need to get those panels out of my RV. They are making the RV not usable. The panels are currently just sitting on the sofa, and everything. Look at all these are like the frozen foods. So I think people are in a full hunker down mode. They are now stockpiling stuff. Interesting. It's very interesting because, like I said, 2 days ago when I was at the other Walmart, it was a ghost town. Look at the shelves here with the food. All the canned goods are gone now. So, but they're not getting certain things like these. But the pastas, people are going to be eating spaghetti. I'm not stockpiling too much. Even though I have the RV, I don't even have a cart with me. I might get a cart and I might pick up some food just to stockpile it in the RV, which for me, I'm kind of grateful to have right now because, that is essentially a self-contained home. And with the generator working, even though we don't have the full solar set up and working, alternator, as long as I have gasoline access, I can, nobody's eating candy. And this is actually potentially, believe it or not, in an emergency crisis. I don't think people are thinking, because people don't think like that. They never show in the movies and stuff. Candy's actually pretty good. You're like, what do you mean? Well, it's high sugar. If you're in a survival situation, sugar is actually something you need because it's what's going to give you the energy to get through stuff. So if I was truly stockpiling, but I don't want to pay $15 for a bag of candy. I think these are like for Easter or something. I might go to one of the discount stores and buy a big bag of candy. One, it'll make you feel better. It's a comfort snack. But two, it high sugar, which means it'll pick you. So I would definitely probably get a big bag of candy to have. But it's interesting what people grab. I should probably get a cart or something and pick up. My main reason for coming in here today really wasn't to pick up food per se. I actually was coming in here to go pick up some resin to put onto the roof of my RV because I wanted to try to coat that on there this weekend and possibly try to patch some of the holes, stabilize the roof so I can quickly get the panels up there, even if I don't have the ability to hook it all up. The reason for wanting to put it up there is simply to get it the heck out of the RV. It's making the RV not usable. People aren't grabbing the dairy type stuff, but they are grabbing some of the juices. Lots of the fresh juice we just put out overnight. I know the Walmart staff have been busy working. And now suddenly stuff like I'm going to show the faces there, but those blue carts you see are the online shopping. You can actually shop for food now online. And they have a Walmart shopper who goes around and buys the food for you according to what you ordered online. Then they put it into a bin, and then you drive by and you pick it up. So I can see a service like that becoming more popular as things like this continue to happen. People who buy that kind of stuff, normally they're people who are like homebound and they have somebody who come to pick up the food for them. But now, a lot of stores like Walmart offer that service where you can go online, order the stuff, and then you just come by and pick it up. They don't deliver. There's an additional service somebody could sign up for that could drive by and pick up the food for them. But you're supposed to come to the store and they have a food pickup section. They also have even like regular merchandise pickup. Eggs are gone. Not all the eggs, but a lot of the eggs are gone. It's just interesting what people are picking. They are... I guess, it's interesting that all this is going on right around Easter. I didn't even realize, it didn't even click on me. And today is Saturday the 14th, because, yesterday was Friday the 13th. So I'm at the toilet paper section. I couldn't even tell I was at the toilet paper section until, this is what the toilet paper section looks like right now. All the towels and toilet paper. You can see the staff is cleaning. There is nothing to put out. So this is what it looks like. People are planning on staying in the bathroom, I guess, during this whole sequence of events. I'm like, oh my goodness. I had not come in here. All the Kleenex and stuff are gone from here. People are just trying to stay, I guess, they're trying to stay clean. The thing is, I don't think a lot of people realize it's not so much trying to stay clean in your own house. It's when you go out into public areas. So toilet paper and stuff, that's not, if you're not infected and there's no grabbing stuff that actually doesn't really have to do with containing or spreading the infection. The reason I grabbed something like the wipes is because, I may take it, like if I have to use a public toilet, being in a van or even my RV, if I don't want to use my RV as a bathroom or if I have to go into a public toilet, it might not hurt to take a wipe and then wipe down the seat before you sit down. But more important than the seat, the handle, the toilet handle and stuff like that, the push handles or pull handles on those things. Basically things that people use the soap and run it for at least 20 seconds. That's what the big thing is. And then when you go to get out of the stall and the bathroom itself, try to have a piece of paper or one of these wipes or whatever that you can use to touch the door with to open it. And if you don't have that, you touch it through your sleeve or whatever of your shirt. The idea is to try to keep that stuff away from your fingers because as soon as you get it on your hand, you have a cough, you bring your hand up to your face. Well,